Hey guys,
Hello, you.
welcome back.
Glad to have you. Glad to
Indeed.
be here.
Who's you're glad to be here?
Always. Like my great granddad used to say, any day above ground is a good day.
You had a great granddad that you knew?
Oh, yeah, remember him well. He taught me many things. Someday on some of these videos, I'll tell you some stories about great granddad.
Yeah, you should share some of his wisdom. Um,
He was a smart guy.
Sounds
He,
like it.
he never went beyond third grade in school, but he had the wisdom of age.
Apparently, if he stuck around long enough that you got to know him,
I'll tell you one quick story about great granddad. He was at the barber getting a haircut, and the barber says, "You know, you look pretty good for your age. How old are you anyway?" Granddad says, 103. And the barber says, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were maybe in your 60s, maybe 70. That's extraordinary. You're really doing great." Granddad says, "Yeah." He says, "I'm getting married next week." Barber says, "Married at 103? Why would you want to get married?" Granddad says, "Who says I want to?" Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tip your hostess. We're here every Saturday.
Oh man.
Hello. Hello. Is this working? Can you hear me?
Oh man. That was a good
Great
one.
start for a video, huh?
That was a great start. Wow. Okay. Well,
By any chance, will that tie in with whatever song you're going to play for me?
uh sort of indirectly. I had mentioned in a previous video kind of doing this sort of comedy strong, right? But songs that are funny, that have a funny element to them,
Right.
but are still catchy. And so I've got another one for you.
Excellent.
So it does tie in a little bit. And this is definitely a band I can guarantee you've never heard. And I was introduced to them in college by my roommates Ron and Marcus. You might remember Ron and Marcus. I lived with them briefly.
Yeah.
And one of them kind of turned me on to this guy. And we actually went and saw him at the old Blue Note back in Columbia, Missouri. And actually hung out with him in the parking lot afterward.
Holy cow.
Mojo Nixon and Skid Roper.
I think I've seen the name Mojo Nixon.
He's a character, and all of his songs are, it's sort of, Weird Al Yankovic, right? Kind of like all of his songs are sort of parodies or, kind of ridiculousness, right? Like, that's his whole thing. But not actually not as much parodies, but ridiculousness. So the song I've got for you is Elvis's "Everywhere" is the song that I'm going to play for you, and some of the references in here will age it for sure. I mentioned that I saw him when I was in college, and so we're talking late '80s, right? So some of the references in here you'll get because of the when it was made and what he's talking about. Some of our viewers, if you're much younger than me, you may not get some of the references, but that's okay. So without further ado, Mojo Nixon and Skid Roper, Elvis is Everywhere.
All right.
All right. You got your music on?
Ready.
Here we go.
When I look out into your eyes out there, when I look out into your faces, you know what I see? I see a little bit of Elvis in each and every one of you out there. Let me tell you, well, Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big east inside of you and me. Oh. Elvis is everywhere, man. He's in everything. He's in everybody. Elvis is in your jeans. He's in your cheeseburgers. Elvis is in Nutty Buddies. Elvis is in your mom. He's in everybody. He's in the young, the old, the fat, the skinny, the white, the black, the brown, and the blue. People got Elvis in them too. Elvis is in everybody out there. Everybody's got Elvis in them. Everybody except one person, that is. Yeah, one person. The evil opposite of Elvis. The anti-Elvis. Anti-Elvis got no Elvis in him, let me tell you. Michael J. Fox has no Elvis in him. Yeah, and Elvis is in Joan Rivers, but he's trying to get out, man. He's trying to get out. Listen up, Joni, baby. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big ease inside of you and me. Ow. Man, there's a lot of unexplained phenomenon out there in the world. A lot of things people say, what the heck's going on? Let me tell ya. Who built the pyramid? Elvis. Who built Stonehenge? Elvis. Yeah, man, you see guys walking down the street pushing shopping carts, and you think they're talking to Allah? They're talking to themselves, man. No, they're talking to Elvis. 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 You know what's going on down the Bermuda Triangle? Down the Bermuda Triangle. Elvis needs boats. Elvis needs boats. Elvis, 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 Elvis needs boats. Ah, the sailing Elvis. Captain Elvis. Commodore Elvis, it is. Yeah, man, you know, people from outer space, they come up to me. They don't look like Dr. Spock. They don't look like Klingons, all that Star Trek jive. They look like Elvis. Elvis! Everybody in outer space looks like Elvis, because Elvis is a perfect being. We're all moving in perfect peace and harmony towards Elvisness. Soon all will become Elvis. Everything, everywhere will be Elvis. Why do you think they call it evolution anyway? It's really Elvis-lution. Elvis-lution. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see. Let the big ease inside of you and me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come. Time has come to talk that little bit of Elvis inside of you. Talk to it. Call it up. Say, Elvis, heal me. Save me, Elvis. Make me be born again in the perfect Elvis light. That's right. You got that Elvis inside of you, and he's talking to you. He says he wants you to sing. Everybody gotta sing like the king. Like the king. Get that leg going now. Get your lip too. Not no fool Billy Idol lip either. Everybody. Yeah, we're rocking now. Elvis is with us. He's with us and he's speaking to us. He says, peoples. He says, peoples. Everybody. Everybody gotta sing. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see. Let the big ease inside of you and me. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see. Let the big ease inside of you and me. Elvis.
Well, thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. That's pretty good. I said that I've heard the name Mojo Nixon, but I don't think I've ever heard anything by him. That was pretty good.
He's one of those where, you know, it's like you don't want to hear it all the time, but and you know, there's a lot of his stuff that it's like, you know, I could live without. But he's got a few really clever, fun songs.
My leg won't quit.
Oh yeah, you got the Elvis leg going.
Yeah, stop it. Okay,
I saw you had the lip thing starting to get going on there too.
it's contagious.
Yeah, it just starts to happen automatically. Stop it. Yeah. So his partner Skid Roper, guess what instrument he plays?
Washboard.
You're right.
Really?
How did you guess that?
I don't know. It just sounded like there had to be a washboard in there.
There
for
was a
some
washboard
reason.
in there. That's what Skid plays.
That's funny.
Yeah, we were hanging out with them outside the Blue Note, and actually, the only reason they were hanging out with us was because of one of the young women that happened to be with us at the time, and I can't remember which one. I think it was Skid was flirting with her, and gave her one of their shirts, their tour shirts or whatever, and their tour shirts were like bowling shirts with their name on it, Skid.
That's
So,
funny.
Yeah. So there you go. You have been introduced to Mojo Nixon.
Good song.
It's at least entertaining.
Yeah, it was fun to listen to. Like you say, I wouldn't want it to pop up every day, but I'll probably put that on my list, and if it comes up every once in a while, it'll be a fun listen.
He does a rendition of This Land Is Your Land.
Really?
Yeah.
That's got to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly traditional, but then he goes off on a weird jag in the middle. So that may be worth a listen if you.
So Michael J. Fox is the anti-Elvis. Boy, that's too bad, but I can kind of see his point.
I guess he's got no cool in him.
And I like Michael J. Fox, always have. But yeah,
of course, that could have also been, who knows when this, what is this, mid 80s? So it could have been like Family Ties, right? Where he's like the young Republican.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. When he was even more straight white bread.
Yeah. Yep. Michael J. Fox has no Elvis in him. All right. Good. Do we need to rate that?
Well, I mean, technically we have to rate everything, I think. So I'll give it a 7, which puts it on the list to be heard again and judged further later.
That's fair. I thought there had to be a great video to go with that, but
yeah.
And I looked. Unfortunately, I think part of it was when that song was done. Again, you're talking mid 80s probably. So videos were not what they are now, and it's Mojo Nixon and Skid Roper. It's not like they had a budget like
exactly,
some giant band, right? So I think it's mostly like them running around with a camera, like kind of.
And it didn't occur to them to do it the way Little Dicky did and go around and get free props and locations and.
Yeah, that would have been good. I heard a rumor that Lil Dicky was bummed that he wasn't invited to do the halftime show for the Super Bowl, and so he did a quarter time show on his YouTube channel.
I'll have to look that up.
I don't know if that's true. It's just what somebody told me. So
okay, I'll have to see if I can find something.
It sounds like something he would do. All right, cool, excellent. All right, well, that was fun. Just add a little bit of funness, right?
I like fun, and when you were talking about that, songs that have little bit of comedy, fun, off the wall stuff. A couple popped into mind that I'll have to throw in at a later date.
I wonder if they're ones I know. Probably.
One is called "What Do You Want from Life?"
Doesn't ring a bell.
Off the top of my head, I forget who does it. I'll have to throw that one in
Okay.
at some point in the future.
I know there's one that you put on one of my CDs, and my son loves that song. He still brings it up. I'm not gonna remember the name of the dude. Something about hunting alligators in the bayou.
Oh yeah, Amos Moses
Amos Moses.
by Jerry Reed.
Jake likes that song.
And it's a good one. It's a good one. Tells a story.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, we'll have to revisit that idea. All right. Cool. I think this wraps us up for today's edition.
Let me acknowledge our crew and cast and
Of course.
behind the scenes helpers. Top of the list, of course, is our producer and editor, Vess. Our audience response analyst is Luke Warm. Our desk chair tester is Fitz Matouche. Our broadcast administrator is Philip Airtime. And our complaint line operator is Levon Hold. So thank you to all of those supporters.
And to Car Talk.
And to Car Talk.
Awesome. All right. Great. Thanks, guys. Do the thing. Hit the buttons. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Share it with your friends.